Have mercy.
I've got what you need.
Have you had a chance to inspect the Morkul Forge yet? I've seen more than a few masterpieces drawn from those coals. The Guild could use more weapons like that.
I thought Morkul would want nothing to do with the Mages Guild. I admit their skill with enchanting surprised me. Best to keep an open mind.
If you plan on getting in a scrape out here, you'd better stock up on gems. These old crags never play nice.
This shipment is bound for market in Arsenium. If you want to buy it directly, you're welcome to take a look.
One stroke with a Morkul blade is equal to 3 from any other weapon. Our arms are peerless. That is a fact.
The ogres around.
Tired of the slop they serve in the Longhouse? I've got plenty of fresh ingredients right here. Have a look.
Finest merchandise around.
It's been a slow season, what with all the filth from the Reach. So how about it? Want to make a deal?
Does nobody understand true art?
These nobles in their high boots and riding crops and lacquered saddles. Ha! A true rider needs nothing but a stout heart and strong knees. Think you've got what it takes?
You would think the great artisans of Morkul might appreciate a fellow artist. You would be wrong. I'm studying an eminently misunderstood collection of artists native to Hrothgar. But how am I to complete my provocative companion artwork without the appropriate materials? What? No. The ogres. Their visual arrangement, indiscernible textures, the smells. Oh, the smells. Ogres have long realized art should stimulate every sense. I don't suppose you'd care to help me acquire the necessarily redolent materials? There's an ogre den in a nearby cave called Morkul Descent. Grab anything ogre created which has a natural look, feel, or smell. Bring it all to the House of Awesome Glories, and I'll assemble my artwork. I'm not clear, to be honest. It can't be that hard. Sticks and twine, Maybe a few bones or horns here and there, smashed together with a particularly odoriferous glop. Nothing I can't manage. Have you met Preparator Nagaza at the House of Awesome Glories? I overheard her mention ogre artwork was something they consider displaying. And if I make the artwork with genuine ogre materials, we both win.
I could use a break.
I've a fine selection to choose from.
You want some advice? Buy some provisions, get a little shut-eye, then get on the road. This stronghold is a dried-up relic. Orsinium's the future. Trust me.
Those Montclair traders ambushed the guard at Hinault Farm. I heard a stranger happened along and saved them all. Another distraction.
This is taking longer than I'd planned. I must finish this. Yes?
I know you. You're one of those outsiders that Kurog brought to our land. I heard you've done some amazing feats, but I'd rather you didn't linger in my stronghold. Sorry, but I have problems of my own right now. As long as my forge wife is miserable, I can't deal with anything else. I wonder, does King Kurog have a solution for volatile family disputes? I'd definitely listen to him speak on that topic. If you're brave enough, talk to Lasgal and do whatever she asks. If you can finally get her to stop yelling at me, I'll go and listen to whatever Kurog wants to say.
Fool girl! She'll get herself killed!
Been shipping lumber to Orsinium by the wagonful. If they don't finish that damn city soon, we'll have nothing but weeds to work.
Remember, a fine orcish jack should be snug across the middle. If anyone complains, tell them to stop gorging themselves on raspberry pies.
You're here to use the forge, right? Got a few things that might interest you. Take a look.
We do good work here. Great work. But we're idiot children compared to our ancestors. Morkul once produced weapons fit for gods, but now we settle for kings. Oh well. I should get back to it.
Children. Never have them! The king insisted on a Morkul daughter for his forge wife. But then he decided to pass over my eldest. Now Ashika wants to prove him a fool for marrying her little sister. Malekith alone knows why Ashika ran off. Wounded pride sent her to Morkul descent, no doubt. Idiot! The girl will end up as Ogre Dun or a spider hatchery. Running off to Morkul descent is why Ashika's still unwed! Finding glory in old relics instead of at the king's side? He'd have chosen her if she wasn't so headstrong. Ugh. Go on, ask! Old clan legend says it's full of relics. Every few years, a new crop of idiots runs off there to get killed. You want to know what's in there? Ogres, and spiders the size of ogres. I can tell you how long it takes steel to melt. You want old stories? Go ask a poet. Ashika thinks she's steel in a world full of iron. For all the king blusters, she'd challenge him at every turn. Her little sister is content to just run a forge. Easy choice. Also, it was years ago. Alga said the breastplate I made her son was adequate. Question my skill with a word from a Daggerfall parlor? Pah! Didn't help that Ashika's first dagger had Alga's tooth forged into the hilt. Worth it, though.
Rigert would like to speak words with you, my friend. Most excellent greetings. I am Rigert. They call me the Brash, but you can call me Ambassador. The Ebonheart Pact sent me to extend a piece of branch. No, wait. A branch of peace to glorious, brave, and beautiful Orcish peoples. Oh, friend, you see to the depths of Riggert's heart, riddled as it is to overflowing with Freyla's pointy arrows of affection. If only Riggert knew how to express such feelings to the lovely Ambassador Lazdutha. Really? You would help? You are too kind. The Ambassador's aide, Rulfala, said I need to collect delicious orcish delicacies, but I can't leave the clan hold. If you could find these things, I can prepare a romantic meal and win Lazdutha's love. Trade these Nord delicacies for the finest ale and cheese in Hrothgar. Riggert and his Jade Princess will feast until we are too full to escape our love. And find out what poems or perfumes are used in orc wooing rituals. Riggert might need the help. Oh, Riggert has no idea. All these orc customs are strange and confusing to my Nordic nature. Maybe the Ambassador's aide, Rulfala, can help. After all, she was the one who explained all about orc courting rituals to me. She's very knowledgeable. Because this is where Ambassador Lazdutha meets with all the important foreign dignitaries. Something to do with her chambers in Orsinium still being under construction. Besides, this is where Riggert's boat is docked, which makes it very convenient. Ambassador Lazdutha? She is the apple in my tart and the rabbit in my meatball. She captured the Riggert's heart the moment I stepped into her presence. With your help, Lazdutha will be as smitten with me as I am with her.
Ah, the handsome Riggert has chosen you to be his champion. I approve. What a rare and prestigious honor, to be selected to participate in the sacred rites of orc love. So tell me, what would you like to know? Of course, any friend of Riggert's is a friend of mine. The ambassador has been very curious about seductive orcish delicacies, which is the best way to win an orc's heart. But I must warn you, some of these items will be difficult to acquire. No orc woman can resist the cheese of the mighty Achater. Its milk can peel the paint from a wall, but its cheese tastes like sunshine on a cloudy day. It's perfect for a romantic meal. A cheesemonger to the north makes the best. It's my favorite. Of course, any friend of Riggert's is a friend of mine. The ambassador has been very... Orcs love ale. Any kind of ale. But the ale that's most likely to put an orc maiden in a romantic mood is made by a reclusive brewer in southern Hrothgar. I love the stuff. Perhaps Lumgro Busby will trade his ale for the rare mead Riggert gave you. Riggert told me it's the last bottle of Volyar's buzzed mead in all of Hrothgar. The fastest way to a Nord maiden's heart, according to the ambassador. Riggert said you're sure to get lucky if there's a live bee inside when your intended opens it. Of course, any friend of Riggert's is a friend of mine. Some orcs have a fondness for foreign culture. We don't have any love poems, but I enjoy the sonnets of the Redguard poet Borisad. He's visiting Hrothgar now. And I noticed that Riggert thinks Huntwife Yatsog smells good. See what perfume she uses.
Trade these Nord delicacies for the finest ale and cheese in Hrothgar.
Who are you? It doesn't matter, the Hand of Morkul is mine. Once I find it, which is harder than I thought. That's why you're here, isn't it? What? Why? My what? Does she even listen to me? She never listens. Honor of the clan, I say. You'll find someone soon, she says. All right. She sent you here to help? Good. Help me find Morkuldin. The long-lost home of Morkul clan. The old poems say it was buried in ice and stone-marked thrice. See the statues? Morkul's stonework and very old. Morkuldin has to be nearby, but well, maybe you can find the way in. The old poems of Morkuldin's founding mention a heroic trio who rebuffed Winter's grasp and found haven beneath. Maybe they saved the clan from a tunnel collapse. Oh, there's some writing at the base of the statues. Couldn't make sense of it. Buried in ice and stone-marked thrice. The statues must reveal the way inside. I think there's an order to lighting the braziers, but I can't get it to work. my ancestral home. Beyond that wall? We're in this together now, right? Let's go! That's it! The Hand of Morkul. It's in some sort of... What is that, a display? It's nestled in there tight. Of course we can't just take it. The Hand of Morkul is held in something called the... I think it said Heart Forge? Also, endless breath and untold rage lets purest heart release the hand. Poets. We need to rekindle the forge. Endless breath has to mean bellows, and untold rage is... a furnace? Strange way to say it. I'm missing something. Can you look around for a bellows and some kind of blast furnace? Morkul Clan prefers simple solutions that last. Look for switches or some kind of mechanism. We'll see what happens when you set things in motion. Oh, and stay alert. My ancestors wouldn't leave this place completely unguarded. did it! Now for purest heart. The old clan word for heart also means blood. Purest blood. Morkul blood? My father is Morkul's chief. My blood must work. Just a quick flash of the knife. Look! It's opening! Like a hand. Opening. Oh. Oh no. The hand of Morkul isn't our forge hammer. It's the cage around it. And if my clan's old word for heart also means blood, then this wasn't our heart forge. It was our... My mother says we're the best smiths in Hrothgar because we put heart in the steel. Whose heart? Whose blood? Morkul clan hasn't had enemies since the days of Morkuldin. Did we feed our rivals to that thing? You're right. The old poems aren't about honor we lost when we left Morkuldin. It's honor gained for burying our greatest shame beneath a mountain of ice. And a warning to stay away from the hand of Morkul, which... well, we couldn't have known. Not without blood magic. But I can't just leave it here. It's our heritage. I'll bring it back to the stronghold, but what then? What do I tell my clan? Of course. Returning the Forge Hammer will fill my clan with pride. Enough to take the sting away when I explain what Morkuldin was. We must make peace with our ancestors and remember the lessons they taught. They've forged with clean hands for generations. The clan needs to know why that's important. I heard a rumbling when you rekindled the forge. Maybe another way out. Anything to avoid those ogres. Look! A door hidden by the ice. Is that... sunlight? This is close to Orsinium. Useful if we ever need to return to the blood. The Heart Forge. Meet me at Morkul's stronghold?
Have you come for my cheese? That seems to be the only thing anyone ever wants to talk to me about these days. That old hearthwife's tale again. Yes, Wooly here gives the best milk in 7 strongholds. And yes, Wooly's milk makes the most delicious and smooth and creamy cheese in all of Hrothgar. But its amorous attributes have been greatly exaggerated. Well, I didn't say that. The quality of Wooly's milk, combined with my secret processes, does add a tinge of arousal with every bite you take. But cheese, even my cheese, won't make an orc fall in love with you. It's not magica, you know. Curdled mammoth cheese? That's a Nord delicacy. I mean, I suppose that would be a fair trade. Just remember that Wooly's cheese can be rather potent. A little goes a long way when it comes to romancing an affectionate orc.
You make more noise than a mountain bear in heat. I heard you coming from an arrow's flight away, and I smelled you from 2. Is there something I can do for you? Perfume? Orcs don't wear perfume. Only Bretons and fancy elves enjoy that flowery stink. Why in the world would you think I wear perfume? Rigert? The Nord ambassador? He seemed friendly enough. We met while I was visiting with my clan chief. What's this really all about? Tell me and maybe I can help. That sly dog. I knew he liked Lazditha. But the only perfume an orc woman loves is the smell of battle and the scent of our enemy's blood. An orc chief often fights a powerful foe before wooing a wife. My chief reeked when he asked for my hand. As a matter of fact, I've been tracking the Great Bear Norgim for days. It's smart and strong, definitely worthy of Lazditha. Norgim hunts in the nearby streams. Get some of that stink on Rigert, and Lazditha will melt with desire. I guarantee it.
Reekers aren't usually that much trouble. These were organized. Ever met a Reeker? I hate those sneaky little bastards. My hunting party got ambushed by Reeker raiders of all things. They were organized and their leader was powerful. He used magicka. They dragged off 2 of our hunters, including my twin sister Zubasha. You'd do that? Maruk took 2 hunters and went after Zubasha and Therig. But we're all tired and not used to being out on our own. If you can kill the Reeker chief and acquire his totem, I'll be able to save face with the clan elders. Maruk's probably the strongest in our party. He took the uninjured hunters and went after the Reeker. I think they headed toward the cave in the cliffside. Yeah, maybe. This was our first time out on our own, and things didn't go as planned. I'm responsible for what happened. Dorga's death is on my shoulders, and on the Reekers. But I don't want to lose any more of my friends. It was my idea. I wanted to show we were ready to help our clan. Prove ourselves, you know? We wanted to see if we could make a kill without the help of an older hunter. Well, most of us anyway. Jazim just tagged along to be with his brother. With all the outsiders coming to Hrothgar, we wanted to prove our worth. Show we can handle ourselves. Gather meat, furs, provide for the clan. Never expected to get ambushed by Reekers, though. With your help, maybe we can make this right. I know it sounds strange, but the Reekers behaved like a raiding party. I even saw their leader bark commands in some gibberish language. If I don't salvage this, make things right, I'll bring shame to my mother. She's the huntwife of our clan. The chieftain won't give up the totem willingly. But if I can give the totem to our elders and bring most of our hunters home, it will prove we aren't totally incompetent. I'll answer for what happened, but I want to make it as right as I can.
Like a skinned horker. One of those Reeker hit me with a damn rock! Orgotha, Always giving orders. Thinks she was the hunt wife and not her mother. I just need to clear my head. Gotta find Avreg and Jasim. Don't want to add losing them to the list of today's embarrassments. They headed toward the cave up in the cliffs the last time I saw them. Right after that Reeker got the drop on me. Should have been back by now. Maybe you can find them? I'll make my way back to camp as soon as my ears stop ringing.
I was fine until I stopped to rest. That's when I noticed that one of those damn Reekers bit me. That makes two of us. But I'm more concerned about my little brother. He ran off to find our friends with only his stupid cat to help him. Look, if you could convince Jasim to get his arse out of there, I'd be grateful. Just watch out for the Reekers. Yeah, raised it from a kitten and loves it all to pieces. Between you and me, my brother isn't an average orc. He's a little different. Just find Jas and the others before the Reeker do something awful to them, all right? Tracked? I guess so. They weren't really trying to hide their path. Unfortunately, they were waiting for us just outside the cave. Speaking of which, did you happen to run into a big orc named Maruk? One of the Reekers cracked a rock on his head. That Orgotha, always thinking. She'll make a great hunt wife one of these days. I'm sure the Reeker leader is somewhere inside. Just find my brother and the others before you rile up the blue buggers. All this fighting is still kind of new to us.
Small golden cat run by. She's ever so obstinate and loves to explore. Sometimes I think she's a better orc than I am. You met Avreg, did you? We look nothing alike, but he's the best brother I've ever had. I was trying to find the other hunters when Winks decided to go exploring without me. Stupid cat isn't afraid of anything. Hey, wait a moment, who are you? That's what I'm doing. But I lost track of Zubisha and Thereg when Winks got away from me. And there are an awful lot of Reekers in here. If you find the hunters, I'll look for Winks. Sound good to you? You want me to abandon my companions? And poor Winks? That's not how orcs do things. That's not the orc way. Besides, I may have been raised by orcs, but I'm a Khajiit. In case you haven't noticed, we're stealthy. At least, that's what I've read. The same way as any orc, a snow bear left me near a warm forge. I'm just fooling. An orc hearthwife found me wandering in the woods and took me in. She raised me and my brother like other orc cubs. Taught us to fight and hunt and break things. Never met another Khajiit, but I'd like to one day. This one is pleased to meet you. I read they speak different. I practice when I can. I have a book about Khajiit culture. Fascinating stuff, but my Hearth Mother doesn't approve. Avrig and the orcs are my real family. But if you mean about where I came from, no. I had this moon medallion when they found me. My Hearth Mother says it brings me good luck, but not so much today. You don't miss what you never had, though, right? Winks, where did you get to, you bad kitty? Disappear! I'll never get the hang of this. this stealth thing. That ogre didn't even know I was there. Hey, what's this place? It's so big. Look for the hunters and I'll find Winks. Deal? Oh, there have been signs. I even saw her briefly. Durzog was chasing her and I killed it. Well, I guess I wounded it. It slunk off in that direction. But Winks dashed ahead again. She must be around here somewhere. Possibly. Winks can slip through the smallest openings. But she could be in here somewhere. It's a big room. One of those reekers hurts my cat, they'll taste my blade. Find anything interesting? You look like the hearth mother whose horker roast comes out of the oven and the nose ring she thought she lost is poking out of the gravy. So, what did you find? Can I see that? Sounds like Khajiit jewelry, but it's strange that you found it in an old orc ruin. It's just like mine. Exactly the same. And look how the bag was placed near these odd pillars. I think it's a puzzle. I love puzzles. Maybe one of my dreams is to find out where I came from. Well, and then learn that I'm part of a royal Khajiit bloodline. I'm sure these pillars are some sort of puzzle. Must be a hint around here that will help us solve it. I think there's something over there. Do you think that scroll was left for me? Let me see that. Seishara. My mother's name was Seishara, and my sire was Azin. I didn't remember that. The Hearth Mother said that a hunting party found me wandering in a snowstorm, too cold even to cry. They took me back to the stronghold. They did. They've always been good to me. The Hearth Mother, my brother Avreg, Morgotha, and others. I'm an orc, even if I don't look like one. But maybe my parents were rescued. Let's look for more clues. Maybe my Khajiit family is still alive. They must have gone deeper into the ruins. Follow me! My mother. I think she made these puzzles so that her child, so that I could find her. Come on, let's figure this one out. A riddle. She's playing with her child. Let's search this chamber.
Don't know who you are, but at least you're not a short, hostile reeker. I'll live. But you need to find Zubasha. The reeker chieftain dragged her off. Something bad is going to happen to her, I just know it. All right. I'll sneak out of here and make my way back to the camp. When you find the chieftain, make sure you hurt him a lot before you kill him. He won't let Zubasha go if there's a breath still in him.
It's meant to be simple, isn't it? To entertain a child. Let's look around the room and see what... There are tombs, tables, altars, carvings, and other things in this room. Must be one of those. Them with simple spells. I think I remember playing this game when I was very young. Do you think they remained in these ruins, looking for me? It took a while, but I guess I did. It happened so long ago. I don't really remember her, or my people. I'm not sure how I feel about all this, but I need to find Winks. Maybe my mother left something else for me. I'll keep my eyes open as I look around. I'll look for more puzzles. And my... Another note. Maybe it's another riddle. Look, that vase. Do you think that's a little smiling moon? Zaishara must have kept hoping her son... that... simple spells. I think I remember playing this game when I was very young. My heart hurts so much for someone I never knew. I think you're right. Making these puzzles seemed to give her some small amount of hope in a difficult situation. I still need to find my cat. I'll scout ahead and see if my mother left anything else for me. I think I found my mother. I was a fool to think my family might still be alive. There are other Khajiit skeletons in here. I didn't think it would hurt this much. She left those silly notes and puzzles for me. She loved her son. She loved me. I'm Jasim, but I'm also Elzar. Sounds kind of funny to this one's ears. No, not completely. They're my family too, you know. My mother said that I have trade and travel in my blood. I might go to Orsinium, apprentice myself to a merchant for a while. See how that feels. Yes, it is, isn't it? Maybe I'll contact someone in Mistral. Ask about Zaishara and Azin. I'd like to learn more about them. I'm going to stay here a while longer. Pay my respects, you know. Then I really have to go find my cat. Farewell, Mother. Don't worry about me. Find the missing hunters and the Reeker totem. I've got the stealth thing working fine now. May Joan and Jode shelter you, Mother. May Malakath guide your way. Winks! Where did you run off to, you naughty little cat? Well, I'm glad you're back.
Please help me! That Reeker chief was very improper. He kept stroking my braid. Are the others all right? I'd better go find them.
Thanks for rescuing my sister and the other hunters. But tell me, were you able to acquire the Reeker Chief's totem? Meeting you was the best thing that happened to us today. You have our thanks. I'll tell you though, I'm not looking forward to explaining all this to my mother, the Huntwife, or to our clan chief. Of course, we lost a few fine young orcs today, and it was my fault. I secured permission to go out on our own. I led the hunting party. And I failed to spot the Reeker lair. That's how they were able to get the drop on us. After I make sure we get back to the clan safely, maybe I'll go and see the new city they're building. I've heard it's quite grand. In spite of my mistakes, we got the Reeker's totem and saved most of the hunting party. Thanks to you.
Isn't my sister the greatest? I learned so many important lessons during this hunting expedition. Isn't my...
Thanks again for helping me in there. It's good to finally know where I came from. If you're ever in Orsinium, look for me. I'm going to apprentice myself to whatever merchant will have me.
Thanks for the help, friend. And I really appreciate that you helped my brother. He always wondered how he ended up as an orc. Maybe we'll go and explore the Khajiit lands someday. Think of it. 2 brothers on an adventure. What could be better? Jasim has always wondered about his past. I suppose I would too, if I'd been raised by the catfolk instead of the Hearth Mother. Maybe that explains why he's so attached to that little flea bag he calls his friend.
That was an experience I don't want to have again. Thanks for lending a hand, stranger.
Thanks for helping us. We're hoping Orgotha will let us take a side trip to Orsinium before we head back to the clan. I want to visit an alchemist and get something for my head.
Did Orgotha say something about drinks?
I need to do something nice for my sister and the other hunters. I know. We'll stop in the new city for some drinks before we head back to our clan.
Here, stand by my side as I address the clan.
Is that your ally, Ashaka? Quiet! Ashaka speaks on a matter concerning the clan.
Morkul clan, I come to you with a hard truth. But when have we ever feared the truth? I return from Morkuldin with our clan's greatest treasure. Behold, the Hand of Morkul. It's true our ancestors locked away the hammer, but not for the reasons we thought. Morkuldin housed a blood forge. It's true, our clan once turned to dark magic, but they faced this hard truth and abandoned it. For the blood we work into the metal is our own, not that of our enemies. I say to you, that is the strength of Morkul. This hammer shows our ancestors' strength. With it, we forge a new destiny.
Prepare yourselves, my clan. Soon we march to Orsinium. We shall build it anew.
Do you see how my clan looks at the forge hammer? The fire in their eyes? They'll rebuild Orsinium by themselves if they have to. Now, I name you bloodkin to Morkul clan. Last thing I'll do before heading to Orsinium. The king needs a clan who can work its great forge. You think we'd let Shatul embarrass us with their inferior iron? Pfft. Soon we leave for Orsinium.
Ashika named you Bloodkin, and you did bring her back from Morkul descent with a fabled relic of our people. But don't get any ideas. Go on, ask!
Kurog's outsider. I'm not sure what you did exactly, but you somehow restored peace to my family, and thereby helped my clan. You have my thanks. Sure, why not? I'll go to this moot and listen to what Kurog has to say. It's the least I can do after you helped us with our family problem. Perhaps I'll see you in Orsinium, outsider.